I gotta come up with a way to get money. Who knew running an evil science lab would be so expensive? Monkeys aren't cheap. I know. I'll look and see online. Let's see here. Hmm. 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 I think I got an idea. Oh, Mini D! Actually, sir, I don't care for Mini D. It's kind of degrading, you know? Could you possibly call me Doc? Yes, sure, whatever. Look, I need you to create a religion.
What? Why? How?
D, buddy. If we start our own religion, then we can get people to give us money to be saved. Lots and lots of money to be saved. Then we can also get the government to give us huge tax breaks and free money. So get your little ass in there and create God before I turn you into an ashtray. Okay? Yes, sir. Oh, bloody hell. How do I even start something like this? Where did the concept of God even come from? Well, I guess I should go back to the earliest religions and see if that can help. The earliest evidence of religious behavior date back to at least 300,000 years, but could actually be much older, as evident by ritualistic burial of the dead with stone tools and animal bones. The earliest humans, such as Neanderthals, also may have practiced totemism and various other animal-based beliefs. Some archaeologists say that a cult based around the bear was widespread. Well, if you're going to pick an animal to worship, a bleeding bear is a good choice. In a cave located in Israel, archaeologists found examples of modern humans dating back all the way to 100,000 years. At the site, they found the remains surrounded by various small items such as shells and tools, one of which even was buried with a boar jaw in his hands. I'm going to assume that he used it as some sort of weapon to beat other cavemen over the head with, kind of like a boomerang. Around 50,000 years ago, religious belief continued to grow with shaman and ancestor worship becoming more common, with each tribe having a similar but different set of beliefs. People at this time also started to make statues in the shape of women, meaning a possible belief in a mother goddess figure. So, the first religions were based around animals, and as a way to explain natural events. The animal thing could work, but you'd have to pick the right animal, like a cute one, maybe. People like cute animals, right? As man moved away from its hunter-gatherer origins and took up a more agriculture-based society, it started to develop the systems that would be the framework for what would become the religions that we are familiar with today. These beliefs incorporated elements from the earlier ones, but also started to incorporate deities to represent concepts and feelings. The first civilizations were typically ruled by the religious leaders, who claimed a divine right to rule. During this time, we see the rise of the gods of Egypt and Mesopotamia, and these traditions would go on to influence the newer faiths that would spring up in the area as time progressed. So religion has been used to explain how the world worked and give justification for certain people to rule over others. During the next few thousand years, religion was defined as parts were exchanged between the various cultures of the area, especially after the development of writing systems that allowed for a better exchange of ideas and detailed stories. This was also the time when man started to erect massive structures and give more and more power to the officials within society, some of which even claimed to be the earthly incarnations of various gods to assert their power. Sometime around 2000 BCE, it is believed that the biblical Abraham is born, from which the Abrahamic religions stem, while over in India and China, the concepts of Hinduism and Buddhism are both formed. I'm really starting to see a trend here with you humans and religion. Bit of an ego trip, maybe? I don't know, possibly. Over time, as new forms of belief sprung up and old ones were forgotten, the peoples moved from a polytheistic belief structure to a monotheistic structure. Sometime around the 2nd century BCE, the Hebrew Bible is composed, which establishes itself as a major force over time. For more information on Judaism, read the Old Testament or talk to your local Jew. Over the next few hundred years, the Hebrews started to gain dominance in their region. From the Jewish people came the followers of Jesus Christ, and led to the formation of Christianity, followed by Islam a few centuries later. And we all know how that went. Once Rome adopted Christianity as its official belief structure, Christianity pretty much spread throughout the rest of the world. Alright then, let's see. From what I know of Christians, I want to incorporate a sense of love for only people that believe like I do, while calling for hate of anyone that's different. This kind of stuff worked thousands of years ago, but humans are a lot smarter these days. So if I want to get people outside of Texas to believe this, I'm going to need a bit more science to it.
A million years ago, this planet was called Tigyac. There were 90 planets in this sector called the Galactic Confederation. They had elected a fellow by the name of Xemu to the supreme ruler. And Xemu decided to take radical measures to overcome the population problem. Beings were captured on other planets and flown to locations near 10 volcanoes or more on Earth. H-bombs were dropped on the volcanoes, destroying the bodies of the beings who, as thetans, attached themselves to one another as clusters.
Nope, not happening. The shite from 2,000 years ago is more believable. Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea of a religion to tell the boss about. Hopefully
So what do you got for me?
Oh yes, sir. I have taken all the best parts and I think I've come up with a great idea. Hold on to your pads. It's a pan-gender octopus that roams through the universe looking for love. It preaches unending love for everyone, but says you should love the octopus most of all. Non-believers are to be pointed and laughed at until they change their minds. When we die, we go to one of the suckers on the great cephalopod's tentacles and live in a paradise filled with the sacred fruit and all the alcoholic beverages we can drink.
A pangender octopus. Well, I've heard crazier things. What's the sacred fruit anyway?
Bananas.
Do I even want to ask why bananas?
I don't know, really. The writer just really wanted to make a stupid joke.
Okay, but how are we going to convince people that this is real? I mean, we don't have, like, the thousands of years of history that other religions have.
You have better, sir. Your religion will have a physical avatar.
What, you mean like Jesus?
Something like that, yeah?